somehow aligned by spirits to this very passion project of mine. We must tune out others' perspectives and listen to our inner voice. We are aligned by our own design. So, aligned by design. Align to your own design, okay? So, I am an overall designer. I love anything that has to do with design. But I fixate and I focus on digital products, and I fixate and I focus on websites. Like, you believing that you can become a brand. You know, everyone wants to do this whole content creation thing, but are you doing it so that you become a brand, or are you just doing it for the sake of trying to have money, right? Because some people work off the basis of money, and then other people work off the basis of their passion and their purpose and their calling. And I'm going to say that I'm now coming into better alignment than where I was when I made this coloring book. That's why I want to republish my coloring book. Okay, so I'm going to flip through some of the pages, and I'm going to tell you what prompted me to make these certain coloring pages, however, okay? So, this coloring book is not your regular coloring book. You know, people make cute little things for you to color. No. This is for you to keep entrepreneurship in the front of your mind, right? To keep it as your focus. So, a lot of people today are, one, like I said, doing content creation. I actually started doing YouTube back in 2011. So, this was the camera that I used back then when I finally decided to get a vlogging camera. And this was the time when vlogs and travel vlogs start to come on the rise, right? Okay, so this was the camera I had. It's like a Sony 3X. I think it's called the Sony 3 Nex or Nex 3 or something like that. I don't know. It was way before the Sony ZV-1 cameras that everybody trying to get. Okay, however. So, because my coloring book is targeted to entrepreneurial spirits, if you came in, hello. I can see that you come in, but I can't see what you're saying. So, yeah, so I made this coloring page specifically for those who are looking into entrepreneurship through using their camera, through using their content creation, through YouTube. And I actually, on my website, I have services where I look at your YouTube channel and I see what is missing from your YouTube channel that would allow more subscribers and more viewership to come onto your channel that will understand what your channel is about. Because a lot of you do make good content, but when I go to your channel, because people are going to look at your overall channels, okay? Especially if they have a Chromecast, people are going to look at your overall channels, and they're going to see like what your banner looks like. Not even just what your banner, but like your whole brand as a person. What do you represent? What kind of videos are they going to see on your channel? What can they expect? And why should they be subscribed to you particularly? What is different from your channel from someone else? Yes, you may be talking about the same subjects as someone else, but what makes you stand out from the other YouTubers, right? So I do have that as a service onto my website, but that is why I made this coloring page particularly because I started with YouTube, and YouTube actually, like, how do I say this? YouTube is part of the reason why I'm so entrepreneurial based, or entrepreneurial minded, I should say. Okay? I would say YouTube, I would give it to YouTube, and I would give it to God, of course, but I would give it to my grandmother, because my grandmother was the one who always gave me a coloring page when I was younger. Okay, so my grandmother, she used to go to Rocky Rococo's, and at Rocky, you know how they used to always have coloring pages. at different restaurants for kids to color in or however. But they usually would have like the little coloring map where it's a coloring activity. No, at Rocky Rococo's, they would print out coloring pages. And every time my grandmother would go to Rocky Rococo, she would get a coloring page. And every time I came to her house, guess what she wanted me to do? She wanted me to color for her. You want to start a sticker business? Okay, yes. Oh, that can definitely happen. That can definitely happen. Yeah, so we can talk about that too. But yeah, my grandmother, this is how I started getting into like coloring and stuff. Because it's because of YouTube. It's because of how my mother put me in a program. I'm going to talk about that too. And my grandmother, who always sat me down with a coloring page. Okay, so let's go to the next page in the coloring book. Okay, so these are affirmations for entrepreneurial spirits, those who want to start a business or those who are in business and just need to, sometimes we get motivation and sometimes we don't. We have days where we're motivated, we have days where we're demotivated, and we have days where you just don't feel like doing nothing. Okay? Because I be having those days. Okay? Real talk. I might get on Instagram and be like, hey, hi, everyone. Da, da, da. This is me trying to be of purpose. Right? It's challenging. It's a challenging journey. So you have to have people and things that remind you of your overall goal. And not just your goal and you as yourself. Because I thought about it. I had posted here on Instagram of this little mini podcast I was watching. And the girl was talking about how she was running out of her EBT. She was running out of, I think she said she didn't have a job. Oh, she said she got divorced. That's what she said. She said, I got a divorce. I'm running out of my EBT, or it's not helping her, however. And she's like, she just felt at rock bottom. And this is the thing. I have already hit rock bottom. This is me reviving from, or trying to revive from rock bottom, basically. However, but I made this coloring book in a different time of unemployment, right? So right now I am unemployed, okay? And I've been unemployed for a while now. And at this juncture, I just feel like, okay, I think entrepreneurship is like eating you. Like, cause okay, this is one thing that I said on my YouTube channel. So on my YouTube, I do like motivational talks. I do, Wednesdays I do the coloring community. And then Friday, I do, what's Friday? And then Friday, I do vlogs. So like whatever happens throughout the week, that's what I'll put on there. Okay. So yeah, so I'll do motivational talks. And one thing that I said before on there was like, you have to validate yourself and not try to have society and other people validate you. Okay. So I make this coloring page, accept who you are and stand by your own definition of beauty. A lot of people are so fixated on, oh, do I look like this person? Oh, do I match this person? Oh, da da da. It's not, if anything I could say to the whole wide world, like, you know how people be like, what is something that you want to be known for? What is your mark that you want to leave on the world? I swear, this is a whole emphasis and a whole everything. And I'm so passionate about everything that I'm saying. If it's anything, if it's one message I get out to the world, is you do not allow outside. Stop looking outside yourself. Look internally. Listen to yourself. The reason why we are having trouble sleeping at night and people are saying it's because their finances and they're having trouble, sleeping at night or however. The reason why you're having trouble sleeping at night is because you're sleeping on you. Because you forever have these dreams, you forever have these passions, but you sleeping on them. And then spirit, God, is like, wake up, wake up, wake up and see yourself already. I need you to wake up and see yourself already. Stop looking outside for everybody else's validation. Look inside yourself and wake yourself up to this person that I have called you to be. Okay? Accept who you are and stand by your own definition of beauty. This is one of the coloring pages that I made because I was tired of, okay, so I grew up, right? And when I was growing up, it's just something I just will not forget. Sometimes we have stories that happen, and it's just certain things that people say that you just will not forget, right? Okay, boom. So let me give you a time in high school, right? And I remember these two particular people. I know exactly what their name is. I know exactly what they look like. Okay, boom. I have great memory. They came up to me, art class. I always loved art. My favorite subjects in school was science, art, and Spanish class. Science, art, and Spanish class. Those were my favorite classes growing up. Okay, so high school, boom. Two people come up to me. It's a dude and it's a girl. It's a girl I never talked to, and it's a dude that I don't really talk to like that, but I know who he is, and he friends with somebody else that I associated with. Boom. They come up to me in class. I'm on here drawing in my sketchbook, mind my own business. Right? Okay, boom. They come up to me and say, oh, you think you all that. You think you conceited, blah, blah, blah. And I just said, you know what? I sat there and I was just like, I looked at them. I didn't really know what to say, and it came out of left field. And I'm like, these people don't even talk to me. They just like came up to me and said something random. So I looked at them and I was just like, yes, I am conceited. Yes. I'm not conceited at all, right? At the time. I'm like, where is this coming from? And a lot of people would spread these rumors around and be like, oh, she thinks she all that, da da da. And let me tell you something, back in high school, around this time, I think, okay, that was my junior year though. But freshman year and sophomore year, I didn't have self-confidence. I did not have self-confidence. Junior year came and I started dating someone that like all the girls thought was so cute. So that's where this extraness started coming from. And then I joined the volleyball team my junior year. All of a sudden I'm getting people saying, you think you all that? You conceited, da da da. You're bipolar, this, that. They just go around saying all this extra stuff, right? The whole entire time, I'm like, I don't know why you think that I'm all that. You're putting labels onto me when I don't even feel that way about myself. And people will see things in you that you don't see in yourself, but they will see it first, right? But then because they see it first, they like to try to invalidate you. That's why I say, stop looking to outside and look inside yourself. I'm telling you, if you start listening to your inner self and your inner voice and whatever passions that you truly have and whatever business that you want to start, that is what you look to. Because you're going to find fulfillment. You're going to find God. You're going to find the answers. You're going to find the answers. You're not going to find the answers looking outside with everybody else. You're not going to find the answers. Okay? Entrepreneurship is about looking from within and having faith that from nothing it becomes something. And that something grows and it expands over time. And that way you'll be able to plant seeds, let it grow, watch it harvest, water it, nurture it. Boom, you have a business, and your business is therefore expanding, and you therefore can scale up on your business, okay? Having a business means to have faith, basically. And so in order for me to want to start this business and to be serious, I have to have faith, right? And they say faith without works is dead. So now I'm in this position where, dang, okay, I've been unemployed for a while now. Okay, why don't you go out here, use these tools, and show other people how to use these tools and give these tools on to other people. Then they say, do unto others as you will want unto yourself. So what I want for myself is, of course, to start a faith-based business. Of course, boom. A faith-based business. Because God was the one who gave me this idea for this coloring book. The name that he told me to name this coloring book, y'all, came from him. It did not come from me. This makes me super emotional. The name of this coloring book is spirit-led. It's spirit-filled. It's spirit-told. It's spirit-driven. Aligned by design. It means to align yourself to the way that God has originally designed you, and to stop looking outside for other people's approval and other people's validation. Okay? Because a lot of people are starting businesses and they feel like, dang, my business is not getting anywhere. It's not getting anywhere. It's not getting anywhere. Because you're looking out to other sources than the main source. Okay? Live life with intention and execution. It'll make your soul dance. Literally. If you live life with intention and execution, it will make your soul dance. And it's so crazy how I wrote this in 2019, and this is eating me right now. As I'm making this life is spirit-led. Live life with intention and execution. How are you living life with intention if you're looking outside yourself, looking at what everybody else is doing on these social media platforms? If you don't make you a platform already, because God is giving you the chance to make you a platform. Okay? With all of these tools that we sitting by every day. And I be on TikTok, y'all, and people just be crying. I like, all of a sudden, all these people just came to TikTok and started crying so bad. They just crying. And I said to myself one day, I was like, after all that I just went through, I did not dare go on the internet and start crying to everybody. I didn't dare do it. Because I have other outlets that allow me to get my emotions out. Right? And that's a very healthy tool that I have. You know, people like to call coloring art therapy. Like, literally any form of art, any form of activity, any form of movement is therapy. You know, they have physical therapy and they have art therapy. Physical therapy could be, that's why everybody's like, I like going to the gym. I like working out. It makes me feel good. It lets me get out my aggressions, you know? Or I like boxing because it helps me get out my aggressions. Right? We have so much emotion chocked up full in our freaking bodies, and we just have to release that. We have so many ideas in our freaking head, and you have yet to release it. You have yet to release it. Art therapy. There are so many freaking arts that I use on any given freaking month. It don't make no sense. You have to find an outlet. You have to find a hobby. You have to find other ways to release the tension that you have in your head. Yes, all of this is going on in the world. But what are you doing to release all of that? You're consuming. This is the thing. People are consuming. Right? Soaking up what this person did. Soaking up what this person did. Soaking up the gossip. Soaking up. You're just being a freaking sponge from everybody else's mess. When you are the sponge and you need to be releasing your toxins. You need to be releasing all other stuff that sponges release. Clean, clear. You better squeeze that sponge out so you can have clean, clear water. So you can get a cleanse. Art for me is cleansing. Art for me is a foundation. Creation is a foundation. Creation is foundational for me. I don't know what's foundational for y'all. But that's what I look at this and I'm like, do y'all know, speaking of that program I was talking about, do y'all know I learned when I was between 10 through 16 years old, I learned web design, magazine design, photography, video editing, iMovie. What else did we learn? I'm missing a couple things. I learned this through 10 through 16 years old. And I just now made my website. I just now made my website last year. And I always aspired to make my own website. I finally freaking did it. I aspired to make a coloring book. I finally freaking did it. Whatever you aspire to do, I'm telling you, you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. Especially right now. Especially right now. Whew, y'all, that is my little live for today. Because I don't need to get too emotional. But I hope y'all caught the message for today. Live life with attention and execution. Because it'll make your soul dance. I see y'all. I'm about to be getting some marketing videos going so I can show y'all what I got to launch on February the 3rd with the digital wallpapers, the coloring pages, you know, for the Valentine's season. So make sure y'all check that out. And I'll see y'all next time. It's your girl, Sultry Accessory with the Dolled Up Sweetie collection.